November 5, 2017 George Gigney November 5, 2017 George Gigney George Gigney on the most bitter grudge matches in British boxing. George Gigney on the most bitter grudge matches in British boxing. Don't miss any action. Sign up for the free BN newsletters here. Chris Eubank vs Nigel Benn, the benchmark when it comes to domestic rivalries. The genuine disdain mixed with an electric first meeting made their rematch a colossal event. Carl Froch vs George Groves. Like Eubank and Benn before them, these two warred in a bitter first meeting before settling their feud in an historic stadium event. Mark Kaler vs Errol Christie. Tensions rose before their 1985 meeting, with Christie accusing Kaler of racism, prompting a couple of pre-fight brawls. Tony Bellew vs Nathan Cleverly. The bad blood between these two still exists today, with their rivalry standing at 11 after a terrific first fight followed by a dire rematch. George Groves vs James DeGale. This London pair had history and it boiled over into a heated build-up followed by a very close affair. A rematch is still clamored for. David Haye vs Derek Chisora. A press conference fight turned this rivalry into national news and the pair inevitably clashed in the ring, though the British Boxing Board of Control refused to sanction it. Lennox Lewis vs Frank Bruno. Bruno said Lewis, who had won Olympic gold for Canada, was not British, while Lewis mocked Frank's appearances in pantos before they met in 1993. David Haye vs Audley Harrison. This mismatch generated an enormous amount of attention, mainly thanks to the staged public disputes the pair were involved in beforehand. Joe Bugner vs Henry Cooper. This rivalry began at the end of their fight when Bugner was handed a controversial decision. Cooper retired and refused to speak to Joe for years. Anthony Joshua vs Dillian White. Joshua's profile went through the roof after reigniting his venomous dispute with amateur rival White. Read more articles by George Gigney.